Hey everybody, welcome to my CD collection video. Yes, I've been wanting to, do collection videos lately, and I did already, of course, my movie collection. I did all that. Well, I still haven't done my VHS collection, but maybe someday. But I did my DVDs and Blu-rays, and I don't know. I just decided I should probably do some more stuff that I collect. Like my music collection. Um, yeah, I'm a big music fan too. In fact, even before I was a movie fan, film lover, I was a I was a music fan. I loved music, and I still love music. I even used to play bass guitar. I don't anymore, but because it's not really for me playing music. Like I have a cousin who loves music. He plays music, and actually I have two cousins that do, and my brother does as well. But me, I don't know. I could just never really play it. But I love listening to music. So I decided to show my music collection, and today I'm doing my CDs. Probably the next collection video I do, I'll show my other stuff like I have some DVDs of has like some concerts and documentaries of some bands I like and whatnot, and also have some cassettes, a little bit of cassettes, just a little bit, and some records, and I'll show those some other time. But today I'll do my CD collection. And like my DVD collection, this is probably going to be a long video. It might even be longer, we'll see, but like it won't surprise me if this goes to 2 hours. And and I thank all y'all that, you know, watch this whole video. I thank you all because I don't blame you if you don't. But anyways, yeah, I'll try to talk I'll talk about each band probably and whatnot artists. I'll probably I'll try to talk a little bit about them, but I won't like I'll try not to ramble on, but we'll see. Anyways, so yeah, all right. All alphabetical order, of course, and also uh, like it's mostly rock music. I'm a rock music guy. I love rock. I love rock, and but there's a little bit of other stuff too. Like I got a little bit of rap even, and like other stuff. So jazz, country, just a little bit of that, but it's mostly rock. So all right. Anyways, okay. Let's go ahead and get started. And the first band we're going to start out with is a famous rock band that I don't listen to anymore, but I used to love them. They were like they were my favorite band like whenever I was like 13, 12, 13 years old. That is AC/DC. Yes. We got their debut album, High Voltage. This one's probably my favorite actually. I like this one. Um, and we got Let There Be Rock and Highway to Hell. Yeah, that's all I have, and as you can tell, it's all Bon Scott. I don't have the Brian Johnson era. I'm not a big Brian Johnson fan, so yeah. Although my favorite AC/DC song actually is a Brian Johnson song, and that is "For Those About to Rock." But whatever. I like Bon Scott better, anyways. But anyways, all right. So yeah, AC/DC. Next one we have is a metal band, and I'm not like a humongous metalhead. I like a handful of metal bands, but this is a band called Acid Bath, and they're pretty cool. This album it doesn't have a sleeve to it, but this album is called Pagan Terrorism Technics. I think is how you say it, and they're a I don't know what kind of metal you would call them, maybe alternative metal, which I like that. I like alternative metal. They kind of sound a little bit like Alice in Chains and Soundgarden a little. So I guess you can kind of say they're grunge, but they also have like some death metal vocals in there too sometimes. It's pretty cool. Um I like it, yeah. And speaking I just said one of the bands earlier. This is the next band. That is Alice in Chains. Yeah. That was a band I was really into during my middle school and early high school years. Like I was really into grunge music. I loved Nirvana, and we'll get to them later. I still love Nirvana actually, but and some other grunge bands and Alice in Chains. I really liked. I got their first 5 studio albums, not EPs. I don't have Jar of Flies, unfortunately. I need to get that one, but we got their debut Facelift, Dirt, which is their best album in my opinion. My favorite Alice in Chains song is on this album. That is Junkhead. Awesome song. Um, their self-titled album. I'm not a fan of this one really. I don't know. The songs kind of are a little repetitive. They all sound the same to me. Um, most of them. I like Heaven Beside You, which is probably the most popular song on the album, and I like it because it doesn't sound like the others. So that's a good song. But some of these others, I don't know. Okay. Um, and then this is their comeback album after Lane Staley died. That is Black Gives Way to Blue. Um, yeah, this one's pretty good actually. I actually like this one. Yeah. What was the song I read? Your Decision. I liked that song quite a bit. And the last one I have is The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here in this really cool red cover. But other than that, this album's okay. It's okay. I don't have the latest one. What was it called? Rain or Fog, I think? I never even heard it. I don't know. I kind of lost interest in that. Well, I mean, I still like Alice in Chains, but I'm not like a humongous fan like I was. But, I still enjoy them. I have those albums, so yeah. All right. Next, not a band, but a artist, a female singer, one of my favorites. This one might be kind of an oddball, but the next one we have is Tori Amos. Yeah, I love Tori Amos. She has like the most beautiful voice ever, and her lyrics are really weird, but I don't know. They're they're creative though. Like, yeah, she's a very she's a very talented person. Anyways, this is I believe her debut album, Little Earthquakes. Yeah, this one's good. I like Crucify. That's a good song. And Silent All These Years is good as well. Um, next we have is the Crucify EP, which has a remix of Crucify and Winter, which I believe is. I think it's just the studio version of Winter. Yeah, it's all on this album too. It also has covers. It has some covers from. It has Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, Angie by the Rolling Stones, and Thank You by Led Zeppelin. So yeah, I just picked. I think I found this like at a vintage stock, and I was like, yeah, why not? Yeah, Crucify EP. This one is called Boys for Peel, and this one's probably my favorite. I really like this one quite a bit. I like Professional Widow. That's a good song, and Caught a Light Sneeze is good too. Yeah, it's a good one. This one I haven't listened to. I think maybe once. It's called Scarlet's Walk. Um, I thought it was okay. I guess of the time I heard it. And this one I think I've only heard once. I think I found this at a Goodwill as The Beekeeper. Um, yeah, but yeah, Tori Amos. I like her. She's a very talented, very beautiful too, and has a beautiful singing voice. Like I said, kind of weird. She's kind of weird, but she's talented at least. So, yeah. Okay, the next one is the band, a greatest hits icon. I don't think I ever actually heard this, but I know some of these songs, of course, like "The Weight" and it's up on Cripple Creek. Yeah, good band. The band. Yeah, I like the band. All right. Okay, next one we got is the Beastie Boys. Yeah, I was really into the Beastie Boys in like my middle school years. Uh, we got, of course, their debut, "License to Ill." Um, kind of a cheesy album, but I still like it. Their best album, in my opinion, Paul's Boutique. Holy shit, this album is amazing, and just like it's genius too. The way they use samples and stuff. It's like the best sample album ever. But yeah, Paul's Boutique, so good. My favorite rap album, I have to be honest. Yeah, this one is a compilation called Some Old Bullshit, and it is their early punk stuff, like their Pollywog Stew EP. They started out as a hardcore punk band, just in case you didn't know, and and it has that EP on here along with a single called Kooky Puss, which had four tracks on it. Actually, the single did. I guess you'd call it an EP, really, but yeah, it has that and like some radio stuff on there too, like some radio performances. But yeah, it's pretty cool to have. They weren't they weren't very good, at least back then. They weren't very good at playing hardcore punk, uh, but it was still it's still cool to have, you know. Next one we got is Hello Nasty, and this has the most popular song on here is Intergalactic. Um, but I don't know, I haven't really listened to it in a while, but there's some other good stuff on here, like Remote Control's good, and just Super Disco Breaking. Yeah, it's cool stuff. And I have their final album, Hot Sauce Community Part 2. There was never a Part 1, actually, but this is their last album, and I'm not a fan of it. I don't really like it, but the reason why I own it, and still own it, is because this was their final album after MCA passed away. So, you know, just for respect for MCA, I keep it. So, yeah. Yeah, I love the Beastie Boys. Great band. Okay, next one we got is the Beach Boys. We got excuse me, sorry about that. Here's Pet Sounds, but it's a a copied disc, burnt disc. There we go. But yeah, this is Pet Sounds, their most popular album. Great album. And also just a Grace Hits icon, like that band. I think I have a few others too that are like this, but yeah. Um, yeah, Beach Boys are great. All right, just a second. Okay. All right, next one we got. Of course, you can't have a CD or just a music collection in general without this band, the Beatles. Of course, the Beatles. Rubber Soul. I think I've only heard this once. Unfortunately, this is a different version of it. Like it only has 12 tracks. The original version had like 14, and this one doesn't have Drive My Car on it for some reason. That's a good song, but it's not on this version for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, Rubber Soul, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, of course. Great album. I love, of course, A Day in the Life. Amazing song. Probably their best song. Um, and Abbey Road, of course, great album. I love this album. Come Together, something. Maxwell Silverhammer. Octopus's Garden is a weird song, but I love it. I Want You, She's So Heavy is probably the best one on here. And I like Because and Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, and The End. Yeah, good stuff. And I also have Let It Bleed, which is honestly my least favorite Beatles album. There's some good stuff. I like, I like Cross the Universe, and Get Back. Those are good songs. And Two of Us, I think, is pretty good too, if I remember correctly. But I think I've only heard this once, and I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. But yeah, Let It Bleed. All right, next one we got one of my favorite solo artists, that is Beck. Yeah. This is called Stereo pathetic soul manure in this burnt copy that my brother has the actual copy, and yeah, I he burnt the CD for me, and I kind of made like my own case. I actually found this picture of Beck like in like this book that I had, and I just put it on here. But this album is really weird, but it's awesome. This was like before he got famous, and there's some really weird stuff on here. Like Satan Gave Me a Taco is the best song on the album. I love it, and Putting It Down's really good. But yeah, this is a good one. Some really weird stuff, like some folk and country and blues, but also like some noise rock on there as well. Really weird. Even a weirder album is actually that was his second album. The first album was called Golden Feelings. That's even weirder. but but yeah. And next one we got is Mellow Gold. This was my favorite for a while, but actually no, there's another album I like even better than this, so we'll get to it in a minute. But Mellow Gold, this of course has Loser, probably his most popular song. But also some other good stuff too, like Pay No Mind, Whiskey Clone Hotel, Soul Sucking Jerk. I love that one. Truck Driving Neighbors Downstairs is a weird one, but I love that one as well. Beer Can is probably my favorite on here. Yeah, great album. So good. A very strange album, but I enjoy it. And also have the Beer Can single. And this actually has 5 tracks. Well, 5 tracks and a hidden track as well. Uh, yeah, so kind of more like an EP, but yeah, the Beer Can single. I think I found this like I think at a vintage stock. But yeah, it's really cool. Um, and I got Mutations. This album's okay. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. It's okay. Also got Midnight Vultures. This was pretty good. It's not my favorite, but I enjoy it. This one is my favorite, however. That is hopefully I'll say this right. Wiro or Euro, something like that. This one's awesome. This is a great album. Every single song on this album are amazing. E Pro is the most popular song from it, but we also got like Girl and Hell Yes. Broken Drum, I think, is my favorite on here. That one's amazing. Go It Alone, Farewell Ride. Yeah, great album. And last Beck album I have is Morning Phase, which, in my opinion, is his last good album. This album's really good, actually. I like all the songs on here. Morning, Hard as a Drum, Say Goodbye. Blue Moon is the best one on here. I think it's the most popular one, too, but Unforgiven, Wave, Blackbird Chain, Walking Light, or no, Waking Light, sorry. Yeah, it's a great album. The other two afterwards, Colors and Hyperspace, I don't like those ones. The production on those albums sound like shit, and Colors had some decent songs on there, but I don't like the production of the album. And Hyperspace, there was only one song on there I liked. Everything else was either okay or just not great. And there was one really bad song on there, but yeah, I don't like the direction he's going for now. But he kind of seems like he's selling out, and I don't understand why because he's a very creative guy. He loves to experiment. I don't know why he's going down this route. I have no idea. But yeah, anyways, there's my Beck albums. All right, just a second. Let me fix something real quick. Okay. All right. Just give me a second. Okay, next one. I forgot I had this actually, but Pat Benatar's Grace Hits. Kind of a guilty pleasure, but I like some of her songs. I do. I like, of course, Heartbreaker, Hit Me with Your Best Shot. We Belong. I like that song. Um, yeah, I like Pat Benatar. So fuck you. Okay, next one. I actually haven't heard this. I haven't heard this at all, but I own it. and I do like the guy. That's Chuck Berry. This is just a compilation called Rock and Roll Music. I think it's a compilation, unless it's an actual album. I don't know, but I think it's a compilation. Yeah, I never heard it before, but I own it. So yeah. All right. Next one. This is, I think, my favorite female artist, solo artist. That is Bjork. I love Bjork. I have her first three albums. Well, actually, no. There's actually one before debut that she did whenever she was like 12 or 11 or something like that. That came out like in the late 70s, but I don't have that. But but this one is actually, it's called Debut, but it's actually technically it's actually her second album, but whatever. Yeah, I actually just recently got this one from Amazon. It's good. I just recently, and I know I'm supposed to have a review for Leon the Professional. I watched it. Great film, by the way. But my review for that will be coming soon. But I'm gonna try to record it maybe today, and I'll release it sometime next week. Um, but there's a song on here, Venus as a Boy, and that was in Leon the Professional, and I was like, when I heard it, I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome. Um, but yeah, that's on here. Human Behavior. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a good one. I think I've only heard this once, but it's a good album. Um, My favorite is the one, the follow up to it, Post, and this has some awesome stuff on it. Army of Me, Hyper Ballad, It's Oh So Quiet is probably the biggest one on here. Um, Enjoy, I love that song. That one's my favorite Bjork song, actually. Enjoy. Isabel, possibly maybe. Headphones, yeah, good. Yeah, this is a good album. This is a really good album. I love it. My favorite Bjork album. And the one that followed up that was hopefully I'll say it right. Homogenic, I guess. Homogenic. This has Hunter. That's a good song. And some others. But yeah. Uh, I've only heard this once. I think. Actually, I think the CD is. I think it skips. I bought it used at a record store, and it skips. I might need a new copy of it. But yeah, I need to listen to it more. But yeah, I have that as well. Next one. This is a burnt copy of Frank Black's debut self-titled album. And Frank Black, just in case you don't know who that is, he was the lead singer for this band, the Pixies, and we'll get to them later. Um, yeah, he was the lead singer for that band, and but he was for whenever he's in the Pixies, he's called Black Francis. But yeah, this is his debut solo album, and it's really good. Los Angeles is on here. I first time I heard Los Angeles was actually in Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I used to have that game for GameCube, and that was on that was on the soundtrack. And I heard Ramona sing is on the Scott Pilgrim soundtrack. That's a great song. And there's also a cover of a Beach Boys song, which was originally well actually it was whenever it was on Pet Sounds, it was called I Know There's an Answer, but but there's also like a version of it that they did with different lyrics called Hang On to Your Ego. And Frank actually covered that version of it, Hang On to Your Ego. And the cover of this song is really awesome. It sounds awesome. Um, and there was another song on here I really liked called Parry the Wind High Low. Um, yeah, this is a good album. This is a really good album. If you're a Pixies fan, you haven't heard Frank Black's solo stuff, I definitely recommend his first one. I still need to listen to some of his other stuff, but that album's awesome. So yeah. Okay, next one I only have one on CD. I have a record of theirs, but Black Keys, Brothers. and I'm not a big Black Keys fan. I was into them for a while, but I don't know. They're okay. They're not terrible. This album's all right. This has some good stuff. Everlasting Light is really good, although it sounds very similar to the T Rex song. I just recently noticed this, but it sounds very similar to the T Rex song Mambu Sun. It sounds very similar to that, but still a good song nonetheless. Everlasting Light, Tighten Up, Howling for You. Yeah, some good stuff. Uh, I don't love Black Keys, but they're not terrible. They're all right. All right. I don't listen to them as I used to listen to. I don't anymore. All right. Next band we got is Black Sabbath. Yes, love Black Sabbath. Um, we got their debut, self-titled. This is actually my favorite by them, and Ozzy sounds amazing on this album. Like he sounds completely different. His voice is deeper, and it sounds awesome. Like if you don't think he's a good singer, Ozzy Osbourne, listen to the first Black Sabbath album. His voice is amazing on it. Yeah, this has some great stuff. Black Sabbath, the song Black Sabbath, of course. The Wizard, NIB is probably my favorite Black Sabbath song. I love that one. Yeah, yeah, great album. Probably, yeah, my favorite. Paranoid, it's good. It's not my favorite. I like the first album better, of course, but War Pigs, Paranoid, Plant Caravan, Iron Man, Electric Funeral's great. Yeah, I also got. I don't have Master of Reality, unfortunately. My brother does. He loves Black Sabbath too. Um, Volume 4. This is a good one. This has Wheels of Confusion, Changes. That's a great song. Supernaut, Snowblind. Yeah. Um, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I actually don't. I haven't really heard this too much, but I love the self-titled song. Love I love Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. It's such a great song. Sabotage, System of the Universe is great. Everything else is okay. I mean, it's not terrible. It's all right. And I also have this, which I think I've only heard once, is their last album, 13. And this, yeah, pretty cool. But and I think it's like a deluxe edition or something because it also has a second disc with some bonus tracks. But I think I've only heard it once. I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was too bad. Um, but yeah, 13. All right, next one we got. I need to get some of their albums. This is a band I love. Blondie. Yeah, it's the best. This is the just great hits. Best of Blondie. I love Debbie Harry, one of my celebrity crushes. But yeah, a great band. I love songs. I like Hanging on the Telephone. Great song, and also like Atomic, and of course stuff like Heart of Glass is great, and Dreaming and One Way or Another. Yeah, love Blondie. All right, another best of is Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah, yeah, good band, kind of underrated. I mean, they have big songs like Don't Fear the Reaper, of course, and Godzilla and Burning for You. But they have some other good stuff. My favorite is Flamin' Telepaths. That's a great song. Yeah, yeah, really good hard rock band from the '70s, Blue Oyster Cult. All right, next one we got is Blur. This is the only one I have. This is their self-titled album. This is best known for song two, probably their most popular song. Yeah, yeah, it's a good album. I don't really know much to say. Although "You're So Great" is a oh my god, that song is awesome. That's my favorite from it. But yeah, good album, Blur, self-titled. Okay, all right. Next one we got is David Bowie. Um, love David Bowie. This is his debut album, which is just self-titled David Bowie. And it's different. It's like more pop kind of, and I think I've only heard it once. And like that Beatles Rubber Soul, this is missing 2 tracks from it because originally it had 14 tracks, but this version only has 12. I don't know why. But I think I've only heard this once and I thought it was alright. I need to listen to it some more. But yeah, his debut. This is his best album, in my opinion. Uh, the Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, which I just call Ziggy Stardust because that's a long title. But yeah, this album is amazing. Every single song on here is awesome. Um, 5 Years is probably my favorite. The opening track, so good, so good. Yeah, yeah, one of my favorite albums. If you haven't listened to this, check it out. This one came out in 1999, and it's called Hours. There was a CD store here in my town that I live in now, and they were going out of business, and this was one of the ones I picked up while they were going out of business, and it's okay. A little, it's kind of pop, sort of, but it's okay. Hours. I didn't hate it. And I also have I actually ordered this from a catalog. Yes, a catalog. Um, I whenever I was still living with my mom, we didn't have the internet, so we ordered stuff from catalogs. Yeah. Um and this is like I don't know, it's interesting. It's like actually from Iggy Pop, his solo stuff from like his this tour that he went on. Like these two albums are these two CDs, I should say, are from like his tour. I think it's the Lust for Life tour. And Bowie, was actually playing with Iggy at the time, and he like even helped produce like his first two albums. But yeah, this is really cool, and it also has a third disc, which on here it says is actually an Iggy interview disc, but it's actually a Bowie interview disc. I don't know, whatever. But I don't know. I thought this was cool. I don't have much Iggy Pop. I have one other Iggy Pop album coming up, um, but yeah, and I don't have any Stooges, unfortunately. I love the Stooges. They're one of my favorite bands, but I just figured I'd keep this just because I don't have much Iggy right now. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. Um, and yeah, I don't have much Bowie right now. I need to get some more of their albums, but that's excuse me. That's all I have. I do have a record, but yeah, I don't have much. Anyways, all right, just give me a second. Okay, next band we got is Kim Deal from the Pixies. She's not in the Pixies anymore, but this is her band, The Breeders. I only have two albums, unfortunately. I need to get more, but this is their debut, Pod. I just recently got this one. It's really good. They do an awesome cover of "Happiness Is a Warm Gun" by the Beatles. Yeah, yeah, that's a great one. This album's pretty good. Um, it also got Title TK, the third album, and it's good too. I don't really know what I'll say about it, but yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have Last Splash. I need to get that one. My brother has it, but I don't have it for some reason. Yeah, that's their best album, Last Splash. Yeah. All right. Anyways, all right, moving on. We've got James Brown. James Brown's awesome. This is just a compilation, 70s funk classics, and the Icon uh, compilation. Yeah, yeah. James Brown's great. Well, I like funk music, and he's one of the best. All right, next band we have only have one of their albums, but it's Cake. Great band from the '90s, Cake. Comfort Eagle is the name of this album. This one's really good. I like this one. I think I like uh, Fashion Nugget better, but which is their most popular album. But I don't have it, unfortunately. I just have this Comfort Eagle. But yeah, I need to get Fashion Nugget. Um, Next one we got, not into country very much, but I do like this guy. I mean, who doesn't? Johnny Cash. This is just a Grace Hits. The Legend of Johnny Cash is the name of it. Yeah, who doesn't like Johnny Cash? All right, next one. I got this at a Goodwill. It's this band from the late '80s, early '90s, Concrete Blonde, and this album's called Bloodletting. Um, yeah, the most popular song by them is on here, Joey. Um, this is a good album actually. I listened to it a few times. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. The first song on here, which is just called it's called Bloodletting, the Vampire Song. That's a good one. You should check that one out. All right, next one we got is CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Um, I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name of this album, but this is one of their actual like studio albums. It came out in the '70s, and the most popular one on here is "Have You Ever Seen the Rain?" And great song. I like that one a lot. Um, but yeah, I got that one. Um, yeah, good band. I don't listen to it very much, but yeah. Okay, next one is The Cure. I love The Cure. One of my favorite bands. Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me is a great album. Not maybe my second favorite. My favorite is actually The Head on the Door, but I don't have that one unfortunately. But yeah, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. This is a double album. It's only on one CD for this one, but yeah. All I Want is a great song. Check that one out. Um, we also got the Love Song single with 4 songs, but yeah, it's pretty good. And this is just a compilation, Staring at the Sea, the singles. Yeah. And I also got a live album that is Show. I think I've only heard it once, but yeah. I also have a DVD of like that has 2 live shows. It's really good. It's awesome. All right, next one we got probably my favorite rap group, unless if you count the Beastie Boys. I count the Beastie Boys more as a rock band because they're not just a rap group. They do other stuff too. But this one, if you don't count the Beastie Boys, this is my favorite rap group. Unfortunately, I only have one of their albums. But that's Cypress Hill. This is their debut. I need to get the one after it, Black Sunday. Yeah, I like this album. I think I like it even better with Black Sunday. Some good stuff like Pigs, How I Could Just Kill a Man, Head in the or oh yeah, Hole in the Head, but and also Hand on the Pump. I think that one's probably my favorite Cypress Hill song, Hand on the Pump. Yeah, it's a good album. All right. Next we got is Miles Davis. The only jazz I think I have actually, but we got this, which I never heard any of these, but this is a original album series with 5 Miles Davis albums. We got Tutu, music from Siesta, um, Amandala, I guess is what you say. I don't know. Diego selections from the motion picture soundtrack, and Doo-Bop. Um, yeah, I haven't heard any of these, but I need to. I don't know why. I like jazz, but I don't really listen to it very much. I don't know. I also have this, which I have heard a few times. This live Tokyo 1973 Miles Davis, and his band on this CD is pretty cool. Yeah, they sound pretty cool. All right, next one we got is a band I was really into in like my middle school, high school years. I was getting into like new metal. I was getting into grunge, but also new metal stuff like Corn and stuff like that. Yeah, and we'll get to Corn later, but this is a band, Deftones. Yeah, a new metal band. Um, they got their debut album, Adrenaline. I don't know if you can see that one real good, but yeah. Uh, yeah, that. And this B-Sides and Rarities album, it actually has a DVD on here too with their videos, and it's pretty cool. And this has like some covers. That's quite a bit of covers on here. Like Savory from Jawbox, that was a good one. Um, there's a cover of Simple Man from Leonard Skinner, but it's actually okay. Sinatra from Helmet, and If Only Tonight We Could Sleep by The Cure, and Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want by The Smiths, and The Chauffeur by Duran Duran. That their cover of that song is awesome. But yeah, yeah, pretty cool stuff. And also have Diamond Eyes. I think I've only heard this once, but yeah. Okay. Next one got a punk band, The Descendants. This is Milo. Oh no, this isn't Milo Goes to College. This is I Don't Want to Grow Up. Um, this one's actually my favorite by them. I didn't get Milo Goes to College. I don't have that, but yeah, this is a really good punk album. I Don't Want to Grow Up. All right, next we got one of my favorite bands. And I think this band is very underrated. I mean, of course they're famous and they have like one really big song, but they don't get the attention that they deserve. That is Devo. I love Devo. We got their debut album. Are we not men? We are Devo. This album is a masterpiece. Every single song on this album is great. And there's also on this is like I don't know, a deluxe edition or something, or maybe just a reissue, but they had bonus tracks. They have they have all the songs again, but live. Like they performed the songs like in the album in its entirety. It's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, yeah, this is a good album. If you want to get into Devo, I recommend this is the album I recommend. Is their first one. Are We Not Men? We Are Devo. Great album. Stuff like Mongoloid, Uncontrollable Urge, the cover of Satisfaction by the Stones, and Jocko Homo. Great songs. Yeah. Also got this is actually two albums in one. Duty Now for the Future and New Traditionalist. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, these albums are good too. I think I like Do Now for the Future better, but yeah, yeah, those are good as well. All right, next one guys, Dinosaur Jr. Without Sound, the only Dinosaur Jr. album I own. I'm not even a fan of them really. I think they're a good band. I just don't really care for Jay Mascis. Like, I don't like his voice, and like it just sounds too I don't know. Like he never sounds like he's in a good mood. And when he talks, you can't even understand a word he says. Like I've seen some interviews, I can never understand a word he's saying. But but I understand him better when he sings, but yeah, I don't know. But they're still not a bad band. I don't know. Feel the Pain is a good song. So yeah. Yeah, that's the only one I have. Uh all right, just a second. Okay. Next, we got one of my favorite classic rock bands. That's The Doors. I love The Doors. Their debut, self-titled, great album. Alabama Song is my favorite. Love that one. Um, and also got Morrison Hotel. It's a good one. And also got this, the singles. This one's pretty interesting. Like normally, I don't really buy compilation albums, at least unless if it's like a band I'm getting into. But this one, I don't know. This one's kind of cool because it's like it has like the single, like I said, it's called the singles. It also has the B side. Like it will have like the A side and then the B side to that single on each track. Like, and it's two discs. The first disc is the stuff with Jim Morrison, before he died, and then the stuff after is actually like they have singles from the albums that they did after Jim Morrison died. Yeah, they actually made two albums after Jim Morrison. They tried to continue. It didn't work out though. But yeah, and that's pretty cool that they have those on here. Um, but yeah, this is a really cool compilation. I don't know, cool to collect. Next one we got is Bob Dylan. The only Bob Dylan album I own. I like Bob Dylan. I'm not like a humongous fan of him, but I still like him. This is my favorite. Actually, the only album I ever heard from him. That's Blonde on Blonde. Yeah, the only one I own. It's a weird album, but I like it. Next is the best of ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. Great band. Great pop, 70s pop band. Yeah. Yeah, love ELO. Okay. Alright, just give me a second. Let me move some of these around here. Alright, so since this is getting long, I'll probably do this in two parts. So yeah, but I still got a little bit more in this part, so yeah. Okay, next one. This is going to be an oddball. A surprise, probably. You're probably not expecting me to have any albums by this guy, but I have one. Eminem. Yeah, Eminem, the Slim Shady LP. I was actually, I actually had a Eminem phase in like middle school and high school, and I remember I bought this album originally. I bought it from iTunes, and I loved it. And then I bought it later on CD, and I still like this album. I haven't heard it in a while, but yeah, might be the only Eminem album I ever planned to own. Well, maybe the Eminem Show. I actually used to have that as well, but I had the clean version of it, and when you listen to Eminem or any rapper for that matter, you don't want to hear clean versions. But but so I might get the Eminem Show and maybe Marshall Mathers LP. I might get that as well someday. But yeah, I got the Slim Shady LP. Yeah. All right, next one we got this is from a band from the '90s called Everclear, and I only have this one, but only because it's my favorite actually by them. This is their debut album, World of Noise. Yeah, Everclear. Did I say their name already? I think I did. But yeah, Everclear, World of Noise. This album is very underrated. Like it's the production's not very good on the album, but other than that, it's a great album. It has some really good songs on here, and like if you like their album Sparkle and Fade, you should definitely check this one out if you haven't heard it already. Um, like there's a sticker on here, and it says, "As Bleach was to Nirvana's Nevermind, World of Noise was the underground blueprint to Sparkle and Fade." And it also says, "Only the Foo Fighters now come close. A faultless, essential LP." Yeah, and that comes from somebody from Kerrang magazine, but that was a quote from it. But um, yeah, I really like this album a lot. It's so cool. Like I said, the production's not great, but I kind of like it anyways because it kind of sounds more like demos, but it's a studio album actually. But yeah, World of Noise. Check this album out. It's awesome. One of my favorite debut albums actually. I don't have Sparkle and Fade. I have heard it. It's good. I don't love it though. I don't know, but I love World Noise. Yeah. All right, next one we got. This one I got by mistake, actually. But I keep it anyways. It's Perry Farrell. Rev. Perry Farrell is the lead singer of the band Jane's Addiction, and he also had a band called Porno for Pyros. But I bought this by mistake. I bought this again whenever I got that David Bowie CD. Hours. Whenever that CD store was going out of business, I found this, and originally I thought this was going to be like a Perry Farrell solo album, but it's not. It's actually just a compilation. We got like two songs from his solo band, and one of them is a really bad cover of "Whole Lot of Love" from Led Zeppelin. But yeah, it's actually just a compilation of Jane's Addiction and Porno for Pyros. But since I don't have those bands, I figured I'd keep this. You know, why not? Um, but yeah. All right, next we got another punk band. This is the only one I have from them. Fugazi, first demo. Yeah, I haven't heard this in a while, but Fugazi's a good band. I like them. Okay, next one. I actually really like this band a lot. They're pop, but pop rock, I guess. But I love this band, the Gorillas. I love Gorillas, man. I honestly even like Gorillas better than Blur. And I say that because that's the same guy, Damon Albarn. But yeah, I love Gorillas. We got their debut album, just called Gorillas, self-titled. Um, Demon Days, the second one. Uh, this is probably my favorite by them. I love Dare. Dare is a great song, and Dirty Harry's really good too. Um, Also got the Now Now. Um, I remember I picked this up at Walmart, and I didn't know what I was going to expect because this was the follow up to Humans, which was a really bad album. I did not like Humans. I didn't even actually listen to it all the way through. I just heard like samples of it on iTunes, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is bad." um, but I don't know. I picked this up without even listening to any of the singles. I was like, "Please be at least decent," and it was. It was at least decent. So yeah, I think I've only heard it once, maybe twice. I don't know, but yeah, now. I need to get more of their albums except for Humans, but yeah. That was like really just mainstream pop and rap, and God, I hate that stuff. And it broke my heart when Damon Albarn decided to do that. Like, what the hell was he thinking? He's talented. Come on. All right, next one. This is a comedy band, Green Jelly. Um, like I know Maynard James Keenan from Tool was in this band at one point, and I believe the drummer Danny Carey from Tool. I think he actually drums on this album, but this album's called Serial Killer Soundtrack, and this has their best known song, Three Little Pigs. Really awesome song. It's hilarious, and the video. Go check that video out if you haven't already. Three Little Pigs by Green Jelly. But yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. I think this was also one of the CDs I got whenever that CD store was going out of business. But yeah, yeah, good stuff. Really funny band. Next one. This is a band. This is another really underrated band from the '90s. I only have one of their albums. My brother got me into them because he likes them a lot too. That is Helmet. Betty. Yeah, and this is my favorite album by them. So good, so good. Yeah, this is a great album. If you like, even if you like heavy metal, I mean, this isn't. I wouldn't quite say it's heavy metal. It's heavy, but it's more like alternative metal. But if you like, if you're a metalhead, I recommend this album, and I recommend just Helmet in general too. But yeah, this album especially, Betty, so good. One of my favorite albums ever. Next, we got is the Jimi Hendrix Experience BBC Sessions. It's the only Hendrix I have, unfortunately. I need to get more Hendrix. I like Hendrix. Who doesn't like Hendrix, Yeah. All right. This is probably a band you never heard of. I remember a few Christmases ago, there was a cousin of mine. who got there was this this store that was going out of business, and he actually like there's a game that um that we play during Christmas, Dirty Santa or something like that, and he brought for that game he brought 2 boxes of CDs that he got from that store. Like these boxes were filled with CDs, a lot of stuff that we never even heard of. Actually, that Tori Amos CD, Voice Repeal, was in there. But he let me and another one of my cousins have some, and well, actually, no, not him, but some like my brother ended up with 1 box, and then an uncle of ours did too. But they let us have some of those CDs, and this was one of them I got out of there. This is Holy. This band's called Holy Cow. Yeah, Holy Cow, and the album's called Purge. And this is like an industrial rock band, kind of like Ministry and Nine Inch Nails. It's pretty cool. I I kind of like this. This is interesting. Holy Cow, Purge. If you're into like industrial rock, I recommend this. This is a cool album if you can find it anywhere. That is, but maybe on YouTube. But it's a cool album. Yeah, Holy Cow, Purge. Yeah. All right. Next one. I've actually forgot I had this one. I think I got this from a yard sale for some reason. I don't know. I just did. The Isley Brothers, Summer Breeze. Yeah, this I think it's just a compilation, but yeah, I don't know why I have it. I don't know. I like some of that stuff. So I forgot I had this one too. This might be along with the Eminem album I have. I also have this Michael Jackson's Thriller. Yeah, I forgot I had this actually. I think I picked it up from the dollar store that was in the town that I used to live in. Um, why not? Why not? Not a big Michael Jackson fan. Like he was a weird guy, but I'm not gonna. You probably know that he was weird. He was talented though. I'll give him that. He was talented. I'm not like a big fan of him, but of his music. But he was talented. So I don't know. I have Thriller, so don't really. I think I've heard it once, but yeah. All right, next one. This might be a band you haven't heard of either. This is I think a new metal band. Uh, Jimmy's Chicken Shack. Yeah, and the name of this album is called "Pushing the Salamanula Envelope." I hope I said that word right. But yeah. My ex brother-in-law, uh, recommended me this album or this band. Because it was another album that he had too. I don't have that one unfortunately, but yeah, this band's pretty cool. I think you can call them new metal. They came around the same time as like the new metal scene did. So I don't know. They're pretty cool if you're into bands like Korn and Deftones and Limp Bizkit even. Um, I recommend Jimmy's Chicken Shack. They're a good band. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Yeah, I'll probably do another. I don't know if maybe later today I'll do another part two, or I don't know, maybe sometime, maybe some other time I will. I don't know, but I'm not gonna do all this in one video. I was going to. I'm not now, but still got a lot left. So let's just get through this. Okay, next one. I love this guy. This is Daniel Johnston. Yip Jump Music is the name of this album. Daniel Johnston, man. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He passed away a couple years ago, but he was so talented, and he was in the underground music scene, and he made albums on his own, like he made cassettes and stuff, and his music is really was really interesting. Like, I don't know what kind of genre you could put his music in. Like, a lot of times he would play piano. Sometimes he would play acoustic guitar, but a lot of times he would play piano. This album, actually, he plays a chord organ. And there's even a song on here called Chord Organ Blues. But yeah, he was very talented. Very talented. But unfortunately, he had really bad case of like mental illness. He was kind of out there, you know. Like he had schizophrenia, I think, and he was like really scared of the devil. And like he would always, yeah, he was kind of weird, kind of crazy, you know. But he was very talented, very talented. One of my favorite um, solo artists of all time, and probably my favorite songwriter. Honestly, like he was so good. But yeah, Yip Jump Music. This is a great album. Little known fact: Kurt Cobain actually put this on his top 50 favorite albums list. But he was a big fan of Daniel Johnston. But yeah, this has some good stuff. Chord Organ Blues, like I said. There's a song called The Beatles. Sorry Entertainer, I think, is my favorite. Speeding Motorcycle, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Your Grievance. That's a good one. Um, yeah, there's some good stuff. King Kong, I Live for Love, Almost Got Hit by a Truck. Worried Shoes is really good. Rocket Ship. Yeah, it's a really good album, and I love Daniel Johnston. There's actually a documentary. I don't know if you can find it somewhere. There's a documentary called The Devil and Daniel Johnston. It came out like in 2005, I think. But it's a really good documentary. It's sad though because it talks about his mental health too. It talks about his music, of course, but it talks about his mental health. And but it's a really good documentary. I recommend it. If you never even heard of Daniel Johnston, you might not have. Not a lot of people have, but I recommend that documentary. It's really good. And if you want to get into his music, I recommend this album, Yip Jump Music. I need to get more of his albums, but yeah, really good stuff. I love Daniel Johnston. Rest in peace. I was really sad whenever he died. Yeah, it's really sad. Okay, next we got the John Spencer Blues Explosion. This is just a compilation called Dirty Shirt Rock and Roll, the first 10 years. This is a band that I got into from actually the director Edgar Wright, director of the Cornetto trilogy. Shaun the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, and also like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and Baby Driver. Um, this is, I believe, his favorite band, and the song "Bell Bottoms," which is on here, um, was in the movie Baby Driver. It was in the beginning, the beginning car chase of Baby Driver, and yeah, this band is really cool. Like, I would love to see these guys live. And John Spencer himself he's awesome. um, they're weird, man. Like I don't know what genre you call them. Kind of blues, they're called Blues Explosion, but it's kind of blues, like maybe I don't know, but it's like other stuff too. It's kind of noise rock as well. It's interesting, but yeah, really cool band. I recommend them. John Spencer Blues Explosion. Yeah. Okay. Next we got the Essential Judas Priest. Really good heavy metal band. One of my favorite heavy metal bands. Don't have any other albums, unfortunately. Probably need to get some, but I have this though. So yeah, got a live DVD too. I'll show that later in some other video, but yeah. Okay, all right. Next is a band I mentioned earlier. I was really into this band. That is Korn. Yeah, I was really into them in my middle school, high school years. Got their debut, self-titled, probably their best album too. This album's like really heavy and really dark. Like the song "Daddy" is fucked up, but great album though. Great songs on here. Blind, Need to, Clown. There's a song on here called Faggot. But it's a great song though. Shoots and Ladders. Yeah, it's a good album. One of my favorite metal albums. Yeah. Also got See You on the Other Side. This album came out in 2005. I kind of like it a little. It's a little bit more like mainstream, at least during that time, um, but it's still pretty good. Like Twisted Transistors, the one of the most popular. Actually, Coming Undone, I think it's the most popular one. There's a song on here called Love Song that is really good. Uh, yeah, I like it as much as the first one, but yeah. And this one I actually really like. This is the Unplugged album, the MTV Unplugged. But yeah, this one's really good. Surprisingly good, actually. You know, since they're a metal band and they're doing acoustic stuff, but it's really cool. Yeah, Unplugged. Okay, next is a band that a lot of people love. I'm actually not a fan, to be honest. I think they're good, but I don't like their singer. That's it. Good band, but I do have some of their albums. Led Zeppelin. Yes, I said it. I'm not a Led Zeppelin fan really. I don't like Robert Plant's voice. But I like a handful of their songs, and I got just these albums. But this is their debut, just called Led Zeppelin. "Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You" is pretty good. I like that song. Um, yeah, and Led Zeppelin 2, "Heartbreaker's" good, and I don't know some others. I haven't heard that album in a while. Moby Dick, that's a good one. And also got Presence. And the reason why I have this album because this has my favorite Zeppelin song, Achilles' Last Stand. That one's awesome. Yeah, sorry Zeppelin fans. I'm just not a fan. I don't like Robert Plant's voice. He gets on my nerves. Sorry. Next we've got John Lennon, Icon. Yeah. Next, I'm trying to speed this up, but we still got quite a bit left. Next, we got a band called. This is a. I don't know why I have this because it's not. It's. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting, but this is a. What do they call it? Grindcore. This is a grindcore band, which is a grindcore is a subgenre. Is a heavy metal subgenre. It's kind of like death metal, but it's even more like annoying. But I'm sorry if you're a grindcore fan, but this band's called The Locusts, and they're interesting. They have a keyboard in their band, like they're grindcore, but they got a keyboard. It's kind of cool. And I don't know. I got these actually from my brother. Got like these boxes of CDs of like mostly heavy metal CDs from this yard sale that he went to, and that Acid Bath CD I had earlier that came from there too. But he let me have some, and I don't know. I've heard of this band before, I think, and I just picked these up. But yeah, this one's called Flight of the Wounded Locusts. I'm not sure if it's an actual album or a compilation, but yeah. This one is just called The Locust, and it doesn't have a slip to it. But if you notice, actually neither does this. But yeah, most of the CDs didn't actually have the covers to them for some reason. I don't know why. But if you notice, look at the disc. It looks kind of like a GameCube disc. That's weird. I've never seen a CD like that. But yeah, um, that's something you probably shouldn't put. Well, you definitely can't put like in like your car. I don't think. I don't think that would work. Maybe I don't know if it would. Like I think it would probably get stuck in there. But You would have to put like in a certain CD player, but yeah, that's a weird disc. But I'll show you an even weirder disc than that. Kind of similar to that. This. It's a square. What? That's so weird. And this one I think is just like a single or EP or something. It only has 3 songs, and they're really short. Like I think the length of this CD is only like I don't know, maybe 3 minutes at least. This one is called "Follow the Flock, Step and Shit." But yeah, I don't know. They're interesting, man. They're not very listenable, but I don't know. I have them. Next one. This might be an oddball that I have, but I actually kind of like this album for some reason. This was actually given to me by my cousin. This is the Lumineers, Cleopatra, like acoustic folk band. Um, I don't know. I, I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty good when I heard it. I haven't heard it in a while, but yeah, it's all right. Next, we got a 60s pop band, the Mamas and the Papas. Love this band. Great band. Really great 60s pop band. And this one is Marcy Playground. This is a band from the 90s who was pretty much just a one hit wonder. They did the song Sex and Candy, which is on this album. But I don't know, this album's not bad. There's some other good stuff on here. Poppies, Ancient Walls of Flowers, St. Joe on the School Bus. A Cloak of Elven Kind is a really good song. I like that one. Yeah, this is a good album. It's just self-titled. All right. I got one more stack and then I'll be done. Yeah, I'll do a part two. And I might do it maybe next week. I don't know. But anyways, we're almost done here. Okay, this next one is a rap from a rapper from the 80s and 90s. This is Biz Markie. Actually, he was called the Diabolical Biz Markie. The album's called The Biz Never Sleeps. This is a funny album, actually. And he's best known for the song Just a Friend, which is on this album. Great song. I like that one. Um, but there's some really funny songs on here. The Dragon was really funny. Spring Again was hilarious. Um, yeah, it's a good album. I think I hear my cat meowing, but but I don't know if you could. Probably not. But anyways, Biz Never Sleeps, Biz Markie. Yeah. All right, next we got Bob Marley, legend. Just great hits. Uh, he doesn't like Bob Marley. My favorite Bob Marley song is "Could You Be Loved." So good. All right, next we got one of my favorite bands. Um, yeah, I hear my cat now. I don't know if you could hear her, but she's meowing. I don't know, maybe you can't, but anyways, this band, this is the Melvins, one of my favorites. My brother loves this band too. He was the one that got me into them actually. Um, love the Melvins. They were around during the grunge era. They're they're from like Washington, where grunge bands are, Seattle mostly. But I wouldn't call them a grunge band. They're actually more than that. Like now they're a little bit more like experimental with their music, but they were like really heavy whenever they started. Like some people call their genre sludge metal, and I wouldn't necessarily call them a metal band, but they are heavy. Anyways, yeah, I love this band. This one is called originally was called Lysol, but the company Lysol like tried to sue, so they just changed it to Melvins. But I still call it Lysol. But yeah, this one's good. Uh, this one is my favorite by them. Probably, and this is their most popular album too. This is Houdini. One of my favorite albums ever. Like in my top 5, maybe 3 favorite albums ever. So good, so good. This album's great. If you want to get into Melvins, I definitely recommend this album for sure. This one's also really good. Stoner Witch. This one kind of a weird album, but I like it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Probably could tell, but yeah. This one is called Bases Loaded. This actually came out like in 2016. Um, and it's called Bases Loaded because there's like more than one bass player on here. One of them is actually Chris Novoselic from Nirvana. But yeah, it's all right. And this one is called Pincus Abortion Technician, which is a like a parody or something of a Butthole Surfers album, Locust Abortion Technician. And this was whenever the bass player for Butthole Surfers, Jeff Pincus, was in the band. They actually had, for this album they actually had two bass players, him and this other guy named Stephen McDonald. But this CD is very special to me. I mean, the album itself is all right, but this CD is very special to me because I got this on my 20th birthday. I My brother took me to go see the Melvins on my 20th birthday, and I got this CD from there. It's signed by Buzz Osborne, the singer. Uh, I mean, he didn't sign it like personally. I didn't meet him, unfortunately. However, I did meet Jeff Pincus that day. That was awesome. But but yeah, this is cool to have. This was actually made by Buzz's wife, who does like some of their album covers and stuff like that. She makes like um these stuff and they sell them at their live shows. It's pretty cool. It's really cool to have. So yeah, definitely. This is definitely like one of my favorite CDs I have, just because how cool it is, and it reminds me of that day. So yeah. Um, but anyways, yeah, I love the Melvins. One of my favorite bands. Uh, all right. Next, we got Men at Work, Cargo. I think I've only heard this once. It's all right. 80s pop band. Okay, next band. Even though I have a lot of their albums, yeah, you already see the logo, but Metallica. I was really into Metallica before, like, my teenage years, but I'm not like a humongous fan anymore, but I still have their first 5 albums, and I even have an EP as well, but, yeah, we got Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets. What's this one called? The five $5.98 EP. The Garage Days revisited. This has like covers on it, and there's some Misfits covers on here too, of Last Caress and Green Hell. But yeah, um, and Justice for All, which is my favorite Metallica album, and the Black Album as well. Um, Not a big Metallica fan, but I do have those. So yeah. All right, next we got is Ministry, Filth Pig. Only Ministry album I own. It's pretty cool. It's a good album, and it has a really awesome cover of Bob Dylan's "Lay Lady Lay." Yeah, really cool. All right, next another burnt CD, Misfits Collection Volume 1. I love the Misfits. You can probably see that Misfits mug I own. Um, yeah, Misfits is my favorite punk band, and unfortunately, I don't have any other albums. I need to get Static Age. That's like my favorite punk album ever. And but yeah, I need to get that one. But I love the Misfits. Great band. Moby Move. I forgot I had this, but actually, yeah, I guess it's an EP. Moby. I haven't really heard much of his stuff. I think there was one song I listened to and I liked. I can't remember the name of it, but and I think I've got this like at a pawn shop or something. But yeah, um, I think I might have listened to it once. But anyways, Modest Mouse is another EP by Modest Mouse though. Night on the Sun. Um, Modest Mouse is a good band. I don't like everything that they do, but I don't know. They're pretty interesting. I didn't get some of their albums, but Night on the Sun. I have this, and the song Night on the Sun is really good. I like that one. All right, and the next one we got a band I mentioned earlier, one of my favorites. At one point, they were my favorite band. That is, I got a whole bunch of their CDs. Nirvana. Oops, I dropped some. Ah, shit. I'll get those later. Okay. We got Bleach, their debut. Bleach. Nevermind. Incesticide. In Utero, which is my favorite, probably. My favorite of their albums for sure. Um, all right, just give me a second. Pick those ones off the floor. Um, Unplugged, of course. Live at Reading, and I also got these CDs. They're just like live performances. This one's from 1988, and this one's from 1990. Both actually before Dave Grohl too. Um, Back when Chad Channing was the drummer. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool to have these. I got these from a catalog that my mom had back when I was living with my mom. So yeah, these are just cool to own. Um, and I also got this box set called With the Lights Out. So this box set's awesome. This has like live one. It's a little bit of live, but demos and mostly demos. A little bit of live and like unreleased stuff. And there's also a DVD as well with like just some bonus stuff, just like some performances and whatnot. Um, it's really cool. If you're a Nirvana fan, you should definitely get this box set. So it's definitely a must-have if you're a Nirvana fan. Yeah, and I also have this. This is not really Nirvana, but I put it in with Nirvana. Kurt Cobain, Montage of Heck, the home recordings, came from the documentary Montage of Heck, which I never seen, but according to Buzz Osborne and Del Crover from the Melvins, that documentary was bullshit. So I probably won't watch it. But this is pretty cool to have. Just home recordings of Kurt Cobain. Is mostly it's like acoustic stuff, but it's pretty cool. There's actually a deluxe edition of this album, of the CD, and it has like even more stuff on there, like some really weird stuff too. But yeah, I might have to get that one too. But this, yeah, I yeah, this one's cool to own. You know, if you're a Nirvana fan. So yeah, we're almost done. I got two more CDs, and then I'll be done with this video. We'll continue later, but this one is no doubt tragic kingdom. Yeah, yeah, Gwen Stefani, '90s band. I wasn't really, I'm not, I don't really listen to them anymore, but I was really into them for a while. Um, but yeah, and the last one I have is the best of Parliament. Yeah, great funk band. I love Parliament. Uh, George Clinton, right? Was he? Yeah, I think so. And I know Bootsy Collins was in the band. Love Bootsy. But yeah, Parliament, great band. All right, well there we go. Yep, I'm definitely not gonna show any more for this one, but I'll do a part two sometime next week or sometime. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, I'll see you later. Okay, peace.